Hello guys, my name is Sohail Kazi, third year student of Computer Branch of GH Raisoni Institute of Engineering and Technology, Pune. In this content, to make our time useful, me and my friends Kisan Dekate, Shlok Khandelwal, Rahul Moria have made a mini project on student management system using Python. Special thanks to our ma'am Mrs. Suryavanshi ma'am and our mentor Srinivas. Okay, let's have a quick look to our application. This is the application we have developed. In this application, we will going to enter the student details in our database. We can see all the details of the students saved in the database by using view all button. So these are the details we have already in our database. We can search the entry by using name, roll number, or by address, contact number, branch, grade, email ID. We can also add the entry, we can update the entry, we can delete the details of the student. So let's see. Now we are going to add an entry. Okay, the entry has been added. Let's see. Okay, here we are. We can also delete the entry, we can search the entry. So let's delete Sohail mine details. Okay, it has been deleted. Let's see. Yeah, it has been deleted. We can also search the entry, we can update the entry, or we can close the application by using this button, close. Here we Basically, it is a user interface program which is divided into two parts, front end and back end. In front end, we have used Tkinter library, and in back end, we have used SQLite 3. You can also use Postgre. So let's begin with front end. This is our front end code, and this is our back end code. So let's begin with front end. This is our front end. So first of all, we have to write our code between this window equals to tkinter function and window.main loop function. This one to get the window like this. To get this window, now we have to create label, text box, list box, and buttons. For that, we just have to create the label function L1, and this is the label function which we want inside the window, like label we want inside the window. So here we will write window, then the text whatever you want to give or provide. I have given name, so here we can see this is the one. In this way you can create label as many as you want. And this is the grid function which is used to provide the position to our label. So this is the row 0 and this is the column 0. So we have given row 0 and column 0. For example, for this contact number, for this label, we have given row 2 and column 0. This is the row 2, row 0, row 1, row 2, and this is the column 0. For text box, same as label, we just have to write entry function inside the window, and text variable, it will be the we have to give the text variable, whatever the user will insert, it will be saved into the text variable. And now this is the button, same as label and text box, and this is the list. Okay, now let's move toward our backend. To connect to our database, we have to write these 5 steps. In first step, we will make a connection. In second step, we will create a cursor object. In third step, we will write the SQL query. In fourth step, we will commit the changes, and in fifth step, we will close the connection. So this is the file of our details of the students, and here we will write the query. For example, create table if not exists student system, and this is the query ID, name, roll number, contact number, etc. We have used if not exist because it will create the table student system as many times as this the program will run. So to avoid this, we have written if not exist. To insert the data into our database, we just have to simply write the query insert into student system values. We have used null because we have used ID. Let's see here. Yeah, this is the ID 346, and it is auto generated and auto implemented. So we just have to pass null, and these question marks are for the name, roll number, branch, grade which the user will insert. In this way, for view, for search, for delete, and for update, we just have to write the simply SQL query. Okay, so now we have seen the front end and back end. So let's move towards our main file to connect the front end and back end. So we will import the back end file into our main file, and we will write the functions so that whenever we will click on this add entry button, it will add the entry in our database. So first of all, we just have to write the command function. This is the button. We just have to write the command function, and this is the view command. View command is the function we have written upside. This is the function. So for we have written the for row in backend.view. Backend.view. This is the function backend.view. We have written in our database backend file, and it will take all the rows in our database into our list box and display it. In this way, we had written the function for search command, add command, for delete command, for update command. The user may want to select the row, so for selecting this we have to write the special function, that is get selected row. Using this function we can select the rows, and whenever we will select on any student detail, it will be displayed here. For example, like Shlok, the details of the Shlok are displayed here. Okay, that's it. We have done with our code. We can also convert our runnable program into the single standalone executable file. For that, we just have to install the PyInstaller, and we just have to write a simple command in our terminal. PyInstaller --1 file to create a single standalone file, -- windowed, because whenever we will run our executable file, the command prompt will be automatically run in background. To avoid this, we have to write windowed and our file name, whatever our file name will be. And just press enter. It will convert our runnable program into the executable file like this. It might take some time to open, but it will. Yeah, here we are. Okay, thank you so much guys for watching this video.